All right, fam. Okay. I mean, I want to talk about I want to talk about certain things. Obviously, because of my little guy, I'll talk a little bit about Liverpool as well, but that'll be later on. But I'm also have to talk about something that happened a couple of days ago, and that was Onana. Left. Decided to leave, and during the summer, and then he decided, and then now he's now gone. He's gone. He's gone on loan now. Um, I have to say this, right. I'm gonna start here from with the Heir and the Onana situation, because like we all know that the Heir man was a sick goalkeeper, easily one of our best players, man, at Man United. And people tend to forget, man, like how many shots he faced in that seasons, especially even the seasons before, before he was kicked out. And I think that he had the Golden Glove that year. I mean, forgive me if I've butchered that, but yeah. And to be able, man, to push man out like that, especially what it done for Man United, must have hurt. It might have been bare frustrating, like that. And especially all the things, man, that that came out, that around that time, of De Gea not able to get his testimonial, and then especially he's done so much for the club that he didn't even get he didn't even get his testimonial. Especially, man, a great servant to the club, man, and not even that, man, he was actually one of the last players at Man United, man, to win a Premier League title for Man United. And then the thing about it is that you know to be able to get a testimonial, to go a whole season, man, without a club, as like he was a free agent, and trying to get his mind right, man. His mind right here for the future must have been bare frustrating, fam. He might have been angry, fuming, seething blood about how Man United treated him. Because obviously I have to say this, right. You know, I'm gonna say this humanly speaking. Like um anybody. I mean, look, the thing about it is that these days, man, as a business, and then you're working for a company, you're just a number, blood. That's the thing. You are just a number. And and the thing about it is that jobs come and go, blood. That's the thing. That's the thing. Sadly, and I know football is a little bit different because because you're giving your service, you're giving your own service here to the club, because we all know that football, man, is a contract job. And then for the hair man to go through what he did, to able man here to through the early struggle, when Sir Alex here was there, and then to be able, man, to win a Premier League title, and then to become, man, probably one of the best goalkeepers at the time in the world, and also, man, to be the best goalkeeper, one of the best or the best goalkeeper in the Premier League, man. The amount of shots, man, that he had to endure around that time, blood, man. You will think, man, at one point, man, he was Superman. And also, people tend to forget, man, that I think De Gea, man, was the first ever goalkeeper to be able, man, to save shots with his leg. People tend to forget that. And it might have been a seething time. It might have been a very sad time for him, for De Gea, man, to go through what he did. And these, man, they did what he did to him. 10 years, I think it was 10 years at the club. Kicked him out. Didn't give him a testimonial whatsoever. Didn't have didn't have a club for a year. Trying to get his mind right. Fam, look, fam, we all go through our own struggles. But fam, look what he went through. Look now. Anyway, man, bless up, man, for the here, man. Finally, man, now he got a club now. And then I remember hearing some rumors before that. Yeah, I think man, you should go back and for the hair. Nah, I don't think. Nah. I'm pretty much sure, man, that the hair, man, like, like, a part of you would like to come back because that's your club, fam. But I think a part of you would like be like, nah, fam, nah. Now, by no means, man, yeah, I'm sticking up here for Onana here because, like, he is here responsible here for Man United being at the bottom of the Champions League group here for, when Ten Hag here was at the helm. And the most sad thing about Onana is that Onana, when you look at Onana, man, like right now, Onana here represents here of what went peak 10 year for Man United in the Ten Hag era. Now, for me, man, even though that I didn't want Onana and Onana, right? He was like I didn't even want Onana as a goalkeeper in the first place. I didn't even know the man, to be honest, like as a goalkeeper, because like I remember fans here only looked at the Champions League final, and then they begged Man United here to get him. I'm pretty much sure, man. Even Ten Hag, man, was even one of those man. I wouldn't be surprised, man. Like I look, fam, because one of the reasons why I'm like fuming is because like it's because the hair, right? It's so much. It's some bookery going on because you kicked out the hair, right? Because obviously because of the mistakes that he did, in the FA Cup final at that time, because we all know that he was declining. There's nothing else you can really do about it. I think at the time, man, even me, I was expecting to say, look, keep the hair, blood, keep him, because Onana, man, was brought in for a different style of play to play out here from the back. And I'm like, look, and then, things are now going downhill, man. Even for me, like, when Onana Mania was coming in, I was one of them, man, that didn't want him, by the way. Let's just keep it a buck. Because I was like, okay, you know what? Let's see how things will go, man. Give him a chance. But then, yeah, when he's making mistakes, man, like that, like the way that he's doing, then definitely, man, there's going to be up for debate, man, if it's whether being a Man United goalkeeper. Plus, all of it is not Onana's fault. It is the way, man, that the team is set up, especially right now, man, with Amorim. You can set up, the thing about it is this year, you can set up your team in a better shape, in a better way. There has to be a way, man, that you can set up your team. Because the thing about it is, man, is that you can set up your team, letting the goalkeeper have less involvement of what's going on here in the build-up. But when you expect Man U to be like Pep, playing that Man U from the back and then all them Man U, what do you expect? What do you expect, blood? And me, I wouldn't be surprised here if this new goalkeeper, if his name is called Lammens or whatever I like to call it, I wouldn't be surprised, man, if him, when he's here between the sticks, if for Man United, man, the same precise problem is still there. It's still there. Like, especially when we heard, rumors or even news, man, that Man United, man, decided, man, to go to Le Mans instead of Martinez just because they're looking here towards the future and all of them. And not even that, man, like, I remember I was looking at this before, in Man United, yeah, Man United, they're not really good at, like, recruiting goalkeepers. No, look back. They're not really good at recruiting goalkeepers. I think the only successful goalkeepers were Pete Schmeichel, obviously, and Van der Sar, and then De Gea. Only these three men in the past, more than 20 years. Three goalkeepers, unless I'm missing one. That's the thing, man. Like this, like Man United, the fans, they love scapegoats, blood. They love to scapegoat anybody. Because, like I said before, it's hard. Me, I would say personally, what's happening right now is not really Onana's fault. Because if you know when you recruit a goalkeeper or any player, you have to know the pros and their cons as a goalkeeper, or any player. You need to know the pros and cons. And you need to know, man, if you can improve them. Improve them as a player. If you cannot, don't buy, man. No, big man thing, don't buy, man. If you can't improve him as a player, don't buy him then. Don't buy him. Because what happened? Because then if you don't do your due diligence, this is what you get. That's what you get, blood. That's what you get. If you don't do your due diligence, you need to know, man. Like you need to know everything about the player. Everything. I mean, I'll say everything, but we people who love football don't need to know about the player's background and what they're doing in their daily lives and all of that, fam. Nah, we don't want all that was. All we want, is what you can do on the pitch. But people, tend to always want to know a little bit more about the player, and that's why, man, they go on social media. That's what I always tell my little guy. Look, don't go on social media, man. You can just don't use it, fam. You can go there, for certain things, certain bits and things, and find out what's going on, like what's going on in the world, the ones there. But mainly, man, something like that, fake news, fam. This fan base, man, loves scapegoats, fam. Love it. Now, right now, we're seeing Ahmad is now being a scapegoat. And I mean, I already told Manny in the previous video, that Ahmad, he's not even Ahmad for what he's doing at the moment as in Amram's system. Even though he's not a right wing back, he's doing a good job there. That's not his strong suit, but he's doing well there. He's actually following Amram's instruction, which is actually a good thing. And then now, people now are gonna go on Manu, and then people might say, "Oh yeah, but people like me, always have a problem here with people like Dallo, Hoyland, Garnacho. Oh wait, anyway, Garnacho is gone, and then also Mr. Spamming." And I mean, I'm also said that, look, in terms of technical ability, Bruno ain't it. He's not it, blood. Compare him here to I'm not talking about output. Ballers. Bruno is not a baller, bruv. He's not. And like I said before, you need to have some kind of basis, blood. Nobody cannot sit there and say, "Oh yeah, man, but it's about work rate. It's about pushing." That should be a base point. That's the basics. No, that's like me right now, man. Like me doing GVBrazy, doing the other stuff I do on my other channels. Oh yeah, work hard, man. It's already, man, the minimum requirement. That's a footballer, man. That's the minimum requirement. You're meant to be work smart and work hard. That shouldn't be something up there that should be praised. That's the ones there, and then I'll compare this to Sancho as well, because the reason why I bring in a little bit of Sancho is the fact that he has technical ability, and if he's able, man, to bring in the output, sick. But then, because some people, they tend to go at people like Sancho and Martial because they look like as if they don't care, but actually they do care. They're like Mia, who was nonchalant, with the way that they move and that, them ones there. But actually, they do care. It's just that it comes out. That's why, man, we shouldn't assume, man, that they don't care. They do care. It's just that that's how they are. You know, don't want it. So that's why I bring him up. So nobody, man, shouldn't point, oh yeah, they don't care, oh yeah, they don't care. Fam, they do care. That's the thing, but it didn't work out. Especially with injuries here for Martial, man. Oh my days. But fam, like, yeah, like Manu as well. I was saying this, right? He's a 10. He's not an 8. And yet, Amron comes up here with so much wah, saying that, oh yeah, man, like, yeah, he's 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 what he's fighting for Bruno's position. What's man doing? Are you assaulting my intelligence, fam? Oh my days. Anyways, Onana, man, you wanted to leave on loan, so he got it, fam, man. I mean, that's the end of it, man. It's all because like he wanted game time, and me, I salute players like that say, look, if I'm not gonna be here in the long run, if I'm not gonna get some game time, I'm gonna go. I'm pretty much sure it'd be Manu wanted that as well at some point. I think it wasn't like a loud thing, you know, like I think he wanted game time, but I think, you know, the people upstairs said, nah, man, I want you to stay. I'm going to talk with Amron because you are the future of this club. And me, I tend to agree. Because, yeah, you see a Manu on the bench and we're like, what is this guy doing? I mean, I hope Manu, man, he's being a professional. He is. He's being a professional, fam. And what he's doing is really, really, he's doing absolutely sick. I'd say professional, fam. Not, you know, not causing a tantrum, you know, and he's like, you know, he's just doing about his business, man. He's just there waiting and see, man, to be called upon, you know. And the thing about it is that, like, I will always say to a young person, a young footballer, especially my little guy, man, like I said about social media, don't go social media, blood. You can only go there for certain things. Me, I don't even go on Twitter, fam, because there's so much that, blood, I don't even go on that. I don't even go on that, man. You go to certain places, man, to find information. Once you find it, get out. Get out, blood. Because the thing about it is that everybody, man, have their own opinion, man, about Onana, about Manu, about Ahmad. And then the way, man, that they say to man, it's awful, blood. That's why I never go on social media. Because it ruins your life. It ruins the way that you view things. You know, them ones there. So, you know, so that's why, man, I mean, I'm always saying, look, nah, man, no social media, blood, nah. Nah, fam. Anyway, look, let's go on quickly transitioning. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Liverpool and something that I've seen in the last couple of days. Obviously, because of my little guy, he wants me to do a little bit of some Liverpool section, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, man, like I like this young player, Rio, the 16-year-old. Yeah, man, what a baller he is. I really like the way he plays and the way that he's direct, especially for his age. And obviously for him, man, you to score that win against Newcastle was absolutely sick. To get first time, that's confidence right there, blood. And even before that game, I've watched some of the clips of him in the youth system, and I was like, this guy, he got something, fam. He got something. The way that his ball control, and he's a baller, fam. A baller, brother. Remind me of myself, but not in a ego thing. No, less of that. What I'm trying to say is that he's absolutely sick, man. His ball control, the way that he's able to take on, man, really, really sick. And he did well, man, in the preseason, so he deserved the chance, man, to be in the first team. And then do that year was absolutely sick. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because Real Madrid were monitoring Rio, right? And now Real Madrid man always do this, man. They always love, you know, trying to pick on players. But the thing about it is that them monitoring and them interested in Rio, man, means nothing, blood. It means nothing. And I hope, because I have I've seen what Mo Salah has said to Rio, and I hope that he takes Mo Salah's advice. Let me just get the quote up quickly, because like we all know that he is red through and through. You know them ones there. I know he's red through and through, man, for Liverpool, and obviously he, like I said, man, he's good for his age, like that, and what a baller he is, and then and like I said, man, like the way that he plays, so direct, and hold on a second, hold on, trying to find it, but the thing about it is that we all know how hard it is, or how hard it was, because before he was a Chelsea graduate, I think he was, or playing in the youth system until Liverpool got him eventually. And we see how hard Chelsea was trying to keep him before. So I hope that he takes Mo Salah's advice. My mouth always quick before the brain, so forgive me if I have to stop myself. And like I said about social media, blood, that's the kind of thing, man, the kind of advice that I would say to my little guy. Like I said before, I've been telling him, from time to time, especially what you see on social media. I found it. Good. Now, Mo Salah, man, said to Rio after the game, he said that to leave the social media stuff alone. You can be happy about the goal, with your family and with your friends, but you don't really get engaged and just get your appreciation from the outside world. So okay, let me say that again. But you don't really get engaged or just get your appreciation from the outside world, because it is always going to be fake. You are going to always seek that. That is really really good advice right there. I really like that. So he said that, man, to leave the social media stuff alone. You can be happy about the goal with, celebrate it with your family, with your friends, as well as your colleagues here with, Liverpool, like Van Dijk, Mo Salah, McAllister, Ikitik and them, man. But, and over Soboslai, but don't really get engaged and then try to get your appreciation from the outside world, because it is always fake. He's so right. Because, like, from my experience, and anything in life in general that can give you recognition, man, that can definitely pull you away from from where you're at, from you being humble, in your humble beginnings, and and not losing yourself as a human being and a footballer. Because, like, as soon as things like that happen, in social media, like, it gets to your head. It really gets to your head, man. Like likes, comments, comparisons. When that gets to your head, man, it's over, blood. It is over, fam. I'm not going to lie. It's over, because we have seen this. Some man think, because what happened when social media does this, blood. We've seen people, like, because of social media, right? We all know these guys. We all know them, man. They're just rubbish. They are not ballers, blood, right? But because they got like a really good PR, they could trick the fans, thinking that he's all that, thinking that he's Lamine Yamal or CR7 or Messi. No, this is why I say, man, that no, stay away, man, from that. Be yourself. The one day, and the thing about it is that we've seen this before. Man don't have self-awareness here to know, man, who they are as a human being and as a player. And then they think, that they are good, but they're not even that good. This is how social media, man, can ruin that. Can ruin the way that you think things and the way that you view yourself. Because now, right now, me and bare YouTube content creators, man, football, right? This is the reason why that we always say, man, that ballers from back in the day, like Del Piero, Ronaldinho, Steven Gerrard, Paul Scholes, Didier Drogba, R9, Rivaldo, Nedved, Pirlo. All these, man, I can name bears. Thierry Henry, Wayne Rooney, Roberto Carlos. Look, I mean, these men were ballers. Ballers, blood. Lampard. These guys were ballers, blood. And then we're trying to compare it, man, to these days. It's not the same. Don't compare, man. It's not the same. Yes, right now, in terms of fitness, it might be better because we got technology, we got all this enhanced stuff. But you cannot. Back in the day, it was all about ballers. Right now, it's systems and that. Right now, as we see right now, there's a crop of ballers coming out. Football's healing again, blood. This is what we're trying to say here for all these years. This is what I'm trying to say. That people need to have self-awareness. Are they good? Are they as good as Kaka, Inzaghi, Shevchenko, Larson? Oh my days. Oh my days. Wow. I mean, there's a player, man, on top of my head who plays for Bolton. Okocha, JJ Okocha. Oh my word. And then now, man, yeah, we have. Oh my days. Now, oh my days. Now, right now, it's all about output. That's why people say, oh, yeah, he's not as good. I mean, this player, Bellingham, is better than Zinedine Zidane. What? Oh, my word. Zizou. You're comparing Bellingham to Zizou. This is why social media, man, can ruin a player like Rio. That's why I wrote what Mo Salah said, man. It's always good to stay with. It's always good. And I'll say it. It's always good, man, to stay here with your friends, your family, and with your colleague in Liverpool. So that way, man, you can develop, man, to be the best as you can be. To be the best Rio as possible. Instead of being, instead of man, you're a developer as a human being, and also as a player, man, being stagnated by these, man. So that's why, man. So big up, man, here to Mo Salah there, man. And that goes here for everything in the world. It's the ones there. So especially, man, when anything that is fake and things go wrong, man, like people, man, they can just grab, man, like onto real, and it's over. That's why, man, like anything that's good or bad, don't even go on social media. If you scored a hat trick, don't even go. It's tempting, blood. And I say this, it's tempting to even be good. That's what I'm trying to say, man. I don't care, man, if you're good or bad, whatever, fam, man. Just don't go on social media, like that. All right, another thing I wanted you to bring up is there was rumors, and there's stories that came out, man, that Liverpool are kind of thinking about and lining up, man, for replacements here for Salah in the next couple of years. But I think they're not trying to say that Mo Salah is crap. No. They're saying that just to lining up, just to make sure that if it ever happens, we got a replacement coming up, that who can replace him. And one of the ones here that came up, man, was Olise, fam. And like I said, man, about Rio, I love Rio, man. Sick young baller. I love Olise as well, who's another sick baller, bruv. And like I said, man, the reason why I like ballers, man, like Rio, like Olise, because they're like me when I used to play football. Oh, the ones there. And they're wingers, exactly like where I used to play. So when I see them, I can relate, especially how Olise is. He's nonchalant, exactly like the way I play. So I play a little bit. I play similar to him, and I would say this, man. Even though I like Olise to be at Liverpool, I don't think Salah, man, will go anywhere. And I think even Bayern Munich, I don't think they will sell Olise. Now, in my view, right, every player, I said this before, every player is for sale. That's only if you put the right offer to the club, and then the club can, will have a listen, will talk, like that. So then it all depends on on how Salah will go for, because Salah at the moment, even though that he's not playing the best, he's still contributing with assists and goals, like that. And Olise, he's still balling, at Bayern. So, and he's also an important player, man, for Bayern right now, especially man, right now, man, when right now when they have my man Luis Diaz, Olise in both wings, right, and then you have what's his name, Harry Kane. What a front three! And obviously, we did hear that Gakpo did say that Bayern Munich man came for him first before they went for Luis Diaz. But so yeah, so it all depends, man. Would I think that Olise man can do the same output as Salah like he's done here for the past 3-4 years? That remains to be seen, because like I just think that Olise he hasn't hit his peak yet. That's just based on my view. I think he hasn't hit his peak yet. So yeah, so definitely man, it remains to be seen. And Konaté man, Konaté, the centre back for Liverpool man, going to Real Madrid. Nah, I don't like that, man. Even in my look, I don't like that as well, man. But hearing this, right, and Mbappé even like, trying to force Konaté man to go to Real Madrid, and even though man that is all laughs and that we know the reports man are actually happening, it could happen. It could be, the reports are coming out, and it might just be real, especially when his deal was up this year, and it is difficult because even though there may be laughs by what we've seen, especially some posts that I've seen, even though that it may be for laughs and that, it could turn serious. Look what we've seen here for Liverpool. Look what happened here with Trent. Even though I don't want to talk too much about him, the ones there. So, and we all know how things are going, man. With Konaté, man, with his contract happening, and not even that, man. Like even right now, man, like it hasn't improved, in terms of his contract. So yeah, man, it is peak. Not gonna lie, man. Not gonna lie. Man, Real Madrid, man, they do this thing every time, man. Like, but anyway, man. Well, it's absolutely peak, man. What's happening at the moment in time, man. It's absolutely peak, and yeah, man. But we just have to see, man. All of this is all now, man. It's all going to come into play, man. Like in months and months and years to come. So we just see from there, really. Anyways, man. Yeah, man. It's time for me to go, man. That's it from me, fam. Them way there. Anyways, let's see what happens in the future, blood. Let's just see, blood.